So when I think about TLRs, I'm probably thinking about Yashica, I guess. The one that everyone really wanted, especially like when film cameras were mainstream, was the Flex. Damn, let me get a slice of that. So 6x6 medium format. This right here is a Lubitel. It exists. It might look kind of crazy, but when you break it down, it's pretty simple. You got two lenses, double the trouble. Up here we have the preview lens. Essentially, this is reflecting light onto a mirror, which you then preview through a ground glass on the top. Down here is our taking lens. This is the lens that's actually taking the picture. This is a tried and true camera format, especially in a historical context. Typically, you are looking at a ground glass that's just directly behind your lens, and the image is like flipped and reversed. And you know, I'm squinting at it, it's hard to see. I can't see a damn thing as is. And you're telling me I gotta make sure my image is on focus on this sandy looking dusty thing, and you don't know if the thing's still in focus while you're taking your picture. That's dumb as hell. No, those cameras are fine, but of course being able to look at this ground glass that has a corrected preview on it, mostly corrected, you can get kind of a good sense of what you're going to take a picture of, and it's a lot easier. But would it surprise you to know that there's multiple different sizes of TLRs? For example, this is a Yashica 44. This takes 127 film. This is kind of like the neglected middle sibling between 120 and 35mm film. Gotta hide from the camera so it focuses. Yeah, so you can see, same principle, two lenses, but let's get down to brass tacks. I'm not interested in that. Well, I'm a little bit interested, but what I really want is a large format TLR. I love large format. Why? I don't know. I'm a masochist. And when you're talking about large format TLRs, there's only one. There's two. There's three. Quite a few of them come to my mind, actually, but probably the one that most people would know about, and when I say most people, small caveat, I mean like only the nerdiest of nerds, probably you watching this video, is a camera known as the Gowlandflex. I don't know how to say the guy's name, I'm sorry. Gowland, Peter Gowland, was this photographer, and he wanted kind of like a larger format TLR, like one of his Rolleiflexes, you know? So he designed and assembled these cameras known as the Gowlandflex. And they're pretty neat little things. Now you can conceivably handhold this thing and take pictures on 4x5 film. This is a camera that's on a lot of people's like bucket list because he didn't make that many. Obviously, he was just one guy, and they did become relatively popular. I mean, I think they made around 600 of them. He also made like, I don't know, I think it's like 6 8x10 ones, which I would kill to see, but regardless, I would say these cameras are kind of seen as a white whale, you know, because they are very rare and they have a very unique shooting experience. This is all to say that these cameras are very expensive for all the reasons listed. I'm always looking. I'm always, you know, I'm always on the lookout trying to see what I can find. You know, you never know when you stumble across something. I have a couple different things that like crawl the web. And once you know it, I found this listing that was kind of interesting. I should note though, it had nothing to do with the saved searches or anything like that. It just came up in my recommended items. I don't know why I even bother. It was a listing for a 4-parts Gowlandflex camera. And I clicked through and looked at the pictures and I was like, oh God.
An ordinary crabby, oh my goodness! Squidward!
This thing looks rough. This thing probably doesn't work, but it's kind of a unique thing to have. So, you know, what the heck, I'll submit like kind of it was a little bit of a lowball offer, I'll be honest, but they accepted, which, wow. You might think that the seller accepting my offer was good news. And, you know, I mostly agree. But what it also means is that the seller, they have this extraordinarily rare camera. Many people would love to have this model of camera. When they're in good condition, they sell for thousands of dollars sometimes. And then they saw my lowball offer. They looked the camera up and down. They said, yep, this is the best I'm going to get for this thing. I think that tells you what kind of condition this thing is in. You know, sometimes if I submit like a lowball offer on eBay and it actually succeeds, I feel kind of guilty. You know, I think everyone deserves to get like a fair worth for something they have. I can confidently say that I do not feel guilty about this at all. This is a Ship of Theseus camera. All right, the only way I'm taking a picture with a Gowlandflex is if I go out and buy a working Gowlandflex and then use that to take the picture. But you know, I'm pretty excited. I think this is going to be really interesting. I haven't looked very much at the original listing. Once they accepted my offer, I kind of just said like, okay, you know, let me be surprised with what we get. So let's open it up. Oh God. Let's see the damage. I'm nervous. Okay, this looks like the reflex viewer. That's kind of interesting. Do you see that? Oh my God. Oh my God. Peter. Peter! What have they done to your boy? Let's assess the damage here. Somebody's taped this thing together at one point. I think this thing must have survived like a house fire or something, like genuinely. This here, it's not just dust. Like, this is a coating. What is this? Look at this. Can you see this down here? Can we get a close-up on that, please? It's perfectly chrome. This single thumb screw is like mint condition. This is some kind of miracle. I mean, honestly, the body of the camera does not look too bad. It's just this front part that's such the problem. Unluckily for us, the front end is the part that's kind of important. You'll be surprised to hear that it doesn't look like the shutter is working, which is frankly surprising. Aperture blades look great. Honestly, the bellows are not as bad as I was expecting. They're definitely gross, but like, it's not insanely terrible. Nothing that a little bit of, you know, TLC can't take care of. Oh my gosh, there's a piece of paper hidden in here. Down here, there's a piece of paper. Okay, so I'm going to use this screwdriver to extract the document. What is this? Is this national treasure? I gotta burn it? I don't know what to do with these. We gotta take a closer look at this. We already have a top secret message, the meaning of which has yet to be deciphered. Let's go ahead and try to remove the preview lens. All right, it's spinning. Oh, okay. That looks nice. Take a look in there. Do you see what I'm seeing? It's pristine. I was joking about the house fire theory earlier, but I'm pretty sure that's what's happening here. Because the inside of it looks beautiful. All right, let's get a light here just so you can see the damage here. What in the world? You want to give your pictures a vintage look. I got the solution for you, all right? You take some lighter fluid and you grab a match. I mean, it looks like a mouse lived in here or something. Hello? Anybody home? How is the rotating back engaged? I always assumed this thing had a rotating back, but I'm actually not too sure about that. Maybe it doesn't. I mean, it is kind of designed for portraits, isn't it? So I have a theory here. I see screws here. If I was a distinguished camera enthusiast and I wanted to make a rotating back, I would make the back pop off and you could put it back on like screwed in. That's what I would do. Let's see, is that something that, oh my gosh, I think that's what this is. Ha! And then you flip it. That's what I was thinking. So let's look at the viewfinder next, the reflex viewfinder, because I'm assuming that's going to be pretty toasted as well. Can we get a light on this? Yeah, thank you. Jesus. Again, another really weird thing. All the dust and gross stuff is on the outside. What in God's name happened here? What in God's name happened? I think this is fixable. I think I can do this. You know, the camera is going to need a serious cleaning. This thing is disgusting. I talked to the eBay seller, and it sounds like they got it out of somebody's garage. And I kind of believe that the coating on it is some kind of like gasoline or like oil residue or something that's just like coated everything. Get some of this alcohol solution on there and see if anything happens. Okay, I mean, okay. But kind of the interesting thing is after cleaning it off or cleaning off small parts of it, everything underneath looks pretty good. So I think there's potential here. I'm going to try to fix this up and get it working again. So if you'd like to stay up to date with that project, definitely stick around. And of course, I have a number of really interesting large format, I guess, medium format too, camera things coming up. So definitely stick around if those sound interesting. Goodbye. Dude, the video's over. I got stuff to do. Can you get out of here? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Oh. Hello?
You have 7 days.
What are you saying to me?
You have 7 days.
Saw, is that you?